Hello there viewer, and we're here with a journey guide solo journey event, and we're on tier 4, and we're going to be taking on the dreaded contact protocol legendary event. I am not looking forward to this event. I'm only going to do this one tier here, and as you can see I underdogged the event quite drastically really, and it was all because of the mods that I used, and then it's all about RNG as well. I remember spending hours and hours doing this event, hoping that I'll get lucky, and I did. I basically didn't record the event, unfortunately, and I've been putting it off ever since of trying to record what I did. I did quite a lengthy Reddit post on this event where initially I got a load of hate. There was a lot of people calling me a cheater and that I had hacked the game. I then basically had to submit another post explaining myself of sort of like, no, I didn't hack. This is the mods I did. This is how long I spent doing this event over and over again. And then it just suddenly clicked and it all just worked. And I did a massive breakdown of all sorts basically. And that post was a little bit more accepted basically by the Reddit community. And so much so that I basically then put it on the Discord server for my guild of, well, this is what I did to clear the event, and a few more people actually cleared the event following my advice. So it does work, and I'm glad that I was able to show all the haters out there that it was possible to do this event with Gear 9, although one of them is Gear 11. I'll hold my hand up on that one, but you can't do this event without a Gear 11 Ewok Elder. Very unfortunate that you can't. With all of that sort of background of the hate and the good that came out of this event when I did this, I'm still not looking forward to it. And yeah, it's just not going to be very easy to deal with. The rebels are so good, and the annoying thing is the fact that they take so many opening hits that you've got to survive, and that's where the RNG comes in. You've got to get certain characters hit basically, and also you've got to get certain debuffs or buffs on at certain points, and there's a lot that goes into this. Unfortunately, I won't be able to comment because I'll be doing this event, so I'll be doing so many attempts that I will not have time to do a voiceover. So unfortunately there'll be no voiceover when I do this. You'll have the footage, and I'll also have all the steps that I did in the description for the video, and I'll probably try and edit on the video as well, maybe, of what to do and like the kill order and all that sort of thing. But we'll see how my editing works on that approach. But let's go in to the C3PO event. So we've got the lore. This is the lore for C3PO. Pretty decent character. Protocol droid and his translation is the main benefit. Really want that ability. And then yeah, you've got all of the other abilities that he's got, and then you've got 4 uniques for whatever fraction he's playing with. Click on the head, and this is my modded C3PO. Yours might be unlocked or locked depending on whether you've done this event or not. I've done all health because I found that when I did all potency, yes, I got debuffs on, but he was very easy to kill off, and I didn't like that. So I modded him to be a bit more survivable, and also put a fair bit of tenacity on, because I actually felt that when he got stunned, the team, whatever I used him for, sort of ground to a halt. So I wanted to stop that from happening, so I applied a little bit more tenacity, and actually it seems to be pretty okay at 74%. Like, he does get debuffs, but he doesn't seem to get stuns, so I don't know whether there's a bug or something that happens there. Unfortunately, damage secondary mod had offense on, so unfortunately it's a bit of a waste. And again, there you go, it's a bit of a waste. Got some defense on, which is pretty good. But yeah, you probably want more potency, but I'm happy with the health and protection I've got, and you probably want more speed as well. 96 speed, it's okay. There is C3PO. I don't think I've ever used C3PO with an Ewok lineup as well, just to let you know out there whether I have or not. And here is the shop. Here are the packs. Again, I would say do not touch these packs. I'm not even going to go into the usual talk of I wouldn't buy these packs because the character shard drops are so much more better nowadays. I just wouldn't touch the Ewok packs full stop, because Ewoks are not needed for anything. I can't think of an event where Ewoks are a requirement for something. Like, you've got scoundrels and bounty hunters that are needed for quite a lot of events, like for training droids or for credits and stuff, but Ewoks, I can't think of anything that Ewoks are needed for. So they're a bit of a dead end team to actually pick and build up. So I would actually suggest that you don't really need build Ewoks. And that was probably part of the motivation for me to underdog the event, was the fact that, well, if I take them up to gear 11, which is what they are recommending, that's a lot of resources to being taken away from teams that I want to build and are actually useful for other events. And also, in Grand Arena, Ewoks, unless they're modded for a lot of speed and damage, are not really going to be taking out a lot of teams. They don't counter many teams. They get countered by a lot, so you don't want to put them on defense, but offensively in Grand Arena, they don't really take out that much. So it's, again, they're really a bit of a dead-end team. They probably want a bit of a rework, really. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend putting all the Zetas on as well, because it's very expensive, Zetas. I'm not an Ewok fan, as you can guess. Funny enough, I'm not even an Ewok fan in them being in The Last Jedi, Episode 6. I'm not a big fan of the Ewoks in the film, so the fact that they're not useful in the game sort of brings a little bit of joy, but also a little bit sort of hurt, because it's sort of, they're not useful, basically. And yeah, so what we'll do is I'll go into the mods. Now, I'll click on him, and then I'll click on here, and then what I'll do is I'll assign the loadouts, and you're seeing the workings of what I do here. And right, Ewoks. So what you can see is that it's a little bit jumbled up. There's a few other names kicking around in all these mods. Right, I just worked it out. So basically, if you click, it will then try to assign the loadout, whereas if you actually hold down, it will click into what the mod has. So, for Chief Chirpa, what I've done is 95 speed. That is very crucial. And I've done a fair bit of health and protection, and a fair bit on offense as well. Crit damage as well is on 66, because you want him to be heavy hitting. So there you go. So there's the mod that I've done for the square, the diamond, circle, cross, triangle, and arrow. There's all the mods there. So try and copy that as much as possible. That's Chief Chirpa. So Ewok Elder, I did a lot of speed and health, 80 speed, but we've got the 10% on top as well, so you get 8, I would think, so it's 88 speed. Pretty decent, actually. You've got a lot of health and protection as well, and the main thing is tenacity as well through the mods. So here's the square. That's what I'm working with on the square. There's the diamond. There's the circle. There is the cross. There's the triangle. and there is the arrow. So try and copy the mods as closely as you can for the Ewok Elder. So we'll scroll down and we'll go on to Logray. Hold that down and here we go. So we've got 88 speed. So you've got, wow, not much on health or protection. Okay, very interesting. A lot of potency and a fair bit of crit damage. So you want him to be throwing out as many debuffs and throwing in some decent hits, basically, by the looks of what I've modded there. So here's the square. This is what the square looks like. Here's the diamond mod. Molly. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Here is the square mod. Here is the diamond mod. Here's the circle mod. Here's the cross mod. I forgot what the name was. There's the triangle mod. That's actually quite a decent mod, actually. And then here is the arrow mod, which is actually pretty decent again, actually. Right. That's Logray. And then we've got Paploo, who, unfortunately, the triangle mod, as you can see, is a 6-dot mod. So I'll have to try and replace that. So what we've done here is 108 speed. So you're modding him for quite a lot more speed than everyone else. A fair bit of health and protection. And as you can see, a lot more for tenacity. So a lot of health mod sets. That's really good speed, as you can see on the square. The triangle is pretty decent as well. Here's the circle mod, which again is pretty decent. Here's the cross mod, pretty good. Here's the triangle mod, which unfortunately we can't use anymore, but that would have been on 16 speed, because when you up it to 6 dot, it goes up 1. And then the arrow mod, which again is actually pretty okay. And here is Wicket, who is probably one of the key players in this team actually working, because you want him to be stealthing Ewok Elder as soon and as often as possible. So there you go, 78 speed, a lot of crit chance and a lot of crit damage. Here is the square mod. Here is the triangle mod. Here's the circle mod. Here's the cross mod. Here's the triangle mod, which it's okay. And then here is the arrow mod. Okay. So that's all the mods. Let's hop on over to the tier. Hello there. So I've now put all the mods on the Ewoks. So I'm just going to quickly show off once again. So there's the abilities, there's the gear. Now this is what it looks like when the mods are applied to the Ewoks. So this is what you've got to try and get as close to, like I said earlier when we were looking at the mods when they weren't applied. And yeah, there you go. So that's all there, and all the way down there. Right, on to the next one. Here is Ewok Elder, the most important one. So this is all the mods that you need to get on the character there. The tenacity is actually quite important. Not so much for damage output, you probably want to put maybe a bit more survivability. And there you go. There you go then. Here is Paploo. All the health mods on, and as you can see, very, very quick. 211 overall. And again, quite a decent amount of tenacity. Offense would not go amiss with this character. As you can see, very, very good. Now on to the next one. Here we go, Logray, probably the second most important because of the turn meter gains and also the dispels. There you go, potency, a lot of crit damage output and also a lot of speed. There we go, a lot of crit chance as well and offense. You could always try to do more than me. There we go, on to the next one. Wicket, again, another heavy hitter. Again, very, very important. 212 speed is very good. Crit damage is very, very necessary. No potency, very good. 19% crit chance, maybe a bit overkill, but it definitely makes sure that he's always hitting constantly, especially with the special ability there. 29% overall, very good. And there we go. I think we're back at the beginning. Yes, we are. So those are the mods for the Ewoks, and that's what it looks like when they're on. So we'll be going into the battle now.
I thank your lack of faith in this journey.
Mine.
Hello there again. So I hope you enjoyed that clips of all the attempts and also then the one that finally worked. As I mentioned before, I'll put all the details of how I did this in the description, plus all the Reddit posts that I did. But it's mainly going to be all the guide stuff in the description. So we'll head back, and that was the C3PO event. And once again, I'm going to be saying I hope I don't ever do that event again, but unfortunately, I might in the future because I've been playing all the journey guide stuff. So what's to say that I won't be doing the journey guide again? And yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to finishing off all the journey guide, and then there'll be one day when I'm doing the Jedi Luke event and also the capital ship event there. And if you are new to the channel and you're new to the series that I've been doing all of the tiers. So I started off with tier 1 and have worked all my way down, and obviously working on towards tier 5. So thank you for watching this one, and thank you for watching all the previous ones, and I'll see you next time for the next tier when I'm taking on Malik and Anakin. So until next time, may the force be with you.
I does what I likes and I likes. I does what I likes and I likes. What I do. I does what I likes and I likes.
Always with you, what cannot be done.
It's like doing here. Bad idea. Yeah, it's like doing here. Bad idea.